Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. And here today we have a very special guest, and she's here to share her English learning journey, which I believe will be very useful for our viewers. This is my friend Vinita, and yeah, I'll let her introduce herself.
Thanks, Sudhakar, for welcoming me. I hope I'm able to share my journey with your viewers and they get some tips on how to work with their English learning as well.
Absolutely. So I'm planning to ask quite a lot of questions, and I don't want to squeezing everything into a single episode. So let's just plan multiple smaller episodes so it'll be easy for our viewers to follow. And in case I forgot some important questions, I'll also remember in different episodes and then I can follow up with you. And yeah, thank you very much again. And I hope that I'm pretty sure that each of these episodes will be very useful and motivational for our viewers. In today's episodes, we'll just focus on three simple questions. It's basically
Mm-hmm.
like an introduction. And then in
Mm-hmm.
the subsequent episodes, we will go in depth about English learning and your advice on um, getting better in English,
Uh-huh.
corporate communication, education, and early confidence about you and first job
Mm-hmm.
experience, realizing the importance of English, how you improved your English, and um, one of the most important topics, in my perspective, advice for girls or working women. And all
Mm-hmm.
these things we will cover in the upcoming episodes. Okay,
Sure.
so in this episode, as I said, just your introduction. All
Mm-hmm.
right, may I go ahead and ask my first question, or do you want to share anything before that?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so the topic would be where you started in your life. Okay, so my first question
Mm-hmm.
is, can you tell us about your background and early life?
Okay. Let me think about it. So I was born in a small town called Dahanu. It's in Maharashtra. At home, it was just the four of us, me, my younger sister, mom, and dad. I'm the eldest grandkid in the wider family with many uncles and aunties living in the vicinity and adjacent cities. Childhood memories are filled with fun times with cousins and lots of outdoor play and events in the wider family and so on. But with respect to my education, I passed my 10th and 12th class in this town and I moved to Pune for further studies and completed my graduation in computer science in Pune.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Do you have anything left, or shall I continue with the next question?
Next question.
Brilliant. Um, what were some challenges that you faced while growing up? Let it be in terms of English learning or education or finding a new job, anything, whatever you like to talk about.
Okay. Um, Honestly, I consider myself blessed. I had everything I'd need as a kid, as a child. My parents worked pretty hard to provide for us, so I don't recollect any challenges as such. But there are some things that I think could have been different, could have been better. So one of the things that I can talk about is, gender bias. Like I never faced it in my family. Like my granny, who was the elder figure in the family, she treated all of us the same. And I never have seen any kind of bias at home. So when I got exposed to the reality out in the world, it was a challenge to deal with it because I wasn't equipped. I didn't know this existed, right? So it was a little opposite. The second one, I can say, although I had everything I needed as a child, I was in a small town. So I didn't know what professions existed out there, other than the usual doctor and engineer and chartered accountant and so on. Maybe, if I was aware, I would have chosen a different career with a bit more thought, but that didn't happen. No regrets as such, but I think
I was
life would
about
have
to
been a
ask.
little different.
Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Yeah.
Um, Okay, and now at this age, when I reflect back, I feel as kids in school, we are taught a lot of technicalities, whether it be language or sciences or whatever. It's always about the facts, about how things work, how machines work, or how a human body works, and so on. Um, a lot of focus around the IQ, not the EQ. So I feel as an adult in this generation, I think we should have equal amount of focus on inner workings of a human mind, or learning about things not from experience but earlier in education. So
Hmm.
these are some of the things that I feel could have been different.
Thank you. That was a pretty detailed answer from which we've picked a lot of new words or vocabularies, which I
Thanks.
believe will be very useful for our viewers.
Yes, thank you. Thanks, Sudhakar.
No problem. Let me move on to the next question. Yeah, so you've pretty much talked in detail about your challenges in your personal life. Do you have any such challenges in English learning specifically?
It's a very funny question, and I laugh because I didn't know how to speak in English till my ninth grade, ninth class.
Same, same. Yeah.
And the funniest part is, I was in an English speaking school.
Not same, same.
Really? And I remember, always conversing in the vernacular language, and never really having to speak in English. We learned everything in English, all the logic, all subjects, science, whatever. But I couldn't form sentences till my ninth grade. So yes, it was challenging. It was shameful at the same time, because people would start talking to us in English because we are in an English medium school, and I couldn't even respond back with a complete sentence at that point.
That is an amazing point, because many of us faced this challenge, and plenty of people out there are still facing this very
Right.
challenge. So, yeah, we
Correct.
will talk about this specific topic in a dedicated episode, which will
Uh-huh.
be really beneficial to many people out there.
Yes.
Because I had a
I
similar experience, because I studied in a regional language school, and I never was able to talk in English until my early uni education, or
uh-huh.
even in my secondary until my secondary school. So yeah, the struggle was real. So it'll really be helpful when we share such things and experience to people that are currently going through that. Yeah,
Yes.
that's a brilliant topic. Thank you. Thanks
It's
for
a challenge, yeah. Even now, I agree.
yeah, yeah. So since we have already crossed those difficult phases, sharing our experience will be helpful for others, so they don't have to go through the same struggle. They can cut it
Completely
short
agree.
and make their English learning journey easier.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
moving on to the next question. Or do you have anything else to share about this specific question before I move on?
No, nothing else. Um, should I share certain instances where where that kind of shame came from? I mean, um, I'll tell you right now, and you can tell me if that's worth sharing. So,
Absolutely nothing is not worth sharing. Please go ahead.
um, when in school, I think in the higher secondary classes, schools will form these, houses. Like they divide students among three, four, groups, and you're supposed to do projects or activities, events, participate in these, or sports events that you participate, like from those groups, competing with each other. And I remember being asked to head one of those houses, and my principal calls me to the office room, and she's asking me about it. And I'm not able to uh, confidently say yes or complete a sentence. And I remember thinking, oh my god, I'm in the ninth grade, my principal is talking to me about such a big opportunity, and I'm not able to respond to her. That's when, one of those incidences that triggered this thought, that I need to work on this. I need to work on this as a focused effort, not just because I want to score good grades in the language.
That's a brilliant point. I believe all of us might have had such a moment, a
Yes.
spark that would have triggered all these. Yeah, so,
Yes.
and a good advice to the younger generation out there would be like, let's not wait till that moment happen. So you can
Yes.
start your English learning journey even before that. So rather than making it a reaction, you can start the
Yes.
English learning journey. So when the right opportunity arises, you don't have to miss it as a lesson
Yes.
to learn your lesson.
And surely this is not the reason why you want to miss it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so moving on to the last question of this episode. Did you always imagine working as a professional, or did you have anything else in your mind?
Again, I laugh because I started dreaming about being a Air Force cadet or doing aeronautical engineering. But as I said, I had no guidance on how to apply for it. Or I had internet at home, but I didn't know how to gather information from it. And at that point in time, the only influences in selecting a career option would be your uncles and aunties. So one of the uncles said, computer science is the thing. And so the journey began. After graduation, I have been working in the financial technology space for close to 18 years now. I've played various roles. I have been part of very many exciting projects, product development projects, implementation projects. I have worked in many roles with software makers, consumers, supporting organizations. So, experienced the entire software delivery lifecycle. My first job dealt with banking payment software. It was an interesting domain, and I remember being amazed at knowing how money transfers from one account to the other. So for me, even that was like a good learning at that point. But then there has been no looking back. I have been in this domain for all my career. Started as an individual contributor, helping in making the software basically, and now I'm a senior manager, organizing teams to get it done. I enjoy my job, and the way it teaches me new things every day. And yeah, I find it fascinating that I get to play a part in how money moves in the world. So yeah, it has been a good journey so far, and I'm happy with how it has progressed.
That's quite interesting what you're doing.
Yes,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
sharing with us. So that was a pretty interesting insight into how you developed from being a non-English speaker, aspiring to be a professional, and then what you are doing now, working as
Yes,
a senior manager. So that was an interesting journey and quite a transition. We will be interested in learning more about that. So um, next, in the next episode, we can focus on education and early confidence, especially your English learning journey. So it'll be very helpful if you could share more information about how you started learning, so our viewers can also follow that approach in their English learning journey to
of
achieve
course.
their goals in life.
Yes, I'll be more than happy.
Uh, Thank you very much for your precious time, and I can't wait to interview you again in our next episode. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.